Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I'm really happy you stopped by. We're going to take a look at the energy for the week of January 10th through the 16th. Take a look at that Mercury retrograde. Actually going to pull extra cards on that so you can figure out how to best utilize that energy moving forward. Cycles are just cycles. Mercury retrograde is something to be aware of and to work with. It's always better to flow with the river, right? So we start off with the moon in Taurus this week. It gets there at 9:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. There is a time zone calculator in the description box below if you need to figure out what time that is for you, because I can't do it. So that moon in Taurus is working with the fact that Mercury is really slow. It's really slow. It's getting ready to retrograde on Friday, so it's moving really slow. Not a lot of things happening there, and so this is Taurus energy of let's just get in there, get down into the details, and work productively at a much slower pace. So my advice to you this week is, especially this whole retrograde, this retrograde feels like it has a lot to do with speed. And there's a need to understand that things are not going to go very fast at all, and you can plan for extra time on your journeys and just still probably be late. And so there's a need to not let that stress you out, okay? I just really feel like that's super important. But this energy of the moon in Taurus is so productive from 5 p.m. on the 11th, 5 p.m. on the 11th through 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday, the 12th. Highly productive energy there. You can get a lot accomplished, but it's going to be doing it methodically, being very practical, very grounded, whatever it is doing. It's very much, it's not about coming up with, it's not brainstorming ideas. It's about completing projects, wrapping things up, doing things that require, you might clean your entire house. It might be that energy for you. So it's got this very methodical, slow-paced, but very productive energy around it. The moon is going to move into Gemini at 10:08 p.m. on Wednesday night. And then once the moon gets into Gemini, it is so confusing. There's so much confusion going on. And Mercury is going to retrograde just a few hours later, like a day later, at 6:41 a.m. on Friday. It retrogrades at 10 degrees and 19 minutes of Aquarius. It's going to back up to 24 degrees and 23 minutes of Capricorn. So this is why I feel like travel, air and ground travel, is going to be really a little jacked up. So plan extra time. But that moon is going to oppose Mars in Sagittarius. Okay? So they're opposing each other, and it T-squares with Neptune in your sign, Pisces. This is energy of the liar, the storyteller, the distortion, the omission of facts, the overexpansion. If it sounds too good to be true, trust your instincts. It probably is. There is a need to allow yourself to stand in your own truth, be very focused on what it is that you know for a fact is true, and be very observant of what's going on around you, because not everything is what it appears to be. Okay, and I really think that that's Mercury in retrograde in general, but in particular, while the moon is in Gemini, really strong energy around that. On Saturday, the moon moves into Cancer, wow, at 11:11 a.m. It's leading up to a full moon at 27 degrees. It feels like a portal. This is a portal, an opportunity to change, to really release and let go of anything that's been dragged in from last year. It's the first full moon of the year. It's happening in your house of creativity, fun, romance, if you're a Pisces rising. So what is blocking you and stopping you from having fun? What is blocking and stopping you from chasing down your passions, your creative projects? Let that stuff go. Let that stuff go. That's where you really pay attention to your dreams. That moon, while it's in Cancer over the course of the next 2 days, 2.5 days there, it's going to conjunct first with Jupiter, which rules your sign, and then with Neptune that rules your sign. So paying attention to your dreams, really tuning in about these areas in your life that you want to create something new. What is the obstacles and the blockages that you need to release and let go in order to let this come in? And I think Sunday really helps you kind of sort some of this out, because we have the Sun going to conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. Capricorn's very structure oriented, and Pluto is helping to break down structures that do not work in order to allow things to progress farther. And the Moon is going to oppose Venus in Capricorn. What is of value? Where, in relationships and in finances and self-esteem and self-worth. And so there's a lot of energy around that of how to to manage all that. Wow. Your Mercury retrograde makes so much sense. Okay. All right. I want to finish this off, and then we'll get to the Mercury retrograde. So this week you have the Wolf, the Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. That's a portal. It's a gateway. It's an opportunity to really let some stuff go. And it's the Wolf Moon. Let stuff go. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power, and you have a love that endures. A love for yourself, a love for your community, a love for others. But love is such a superpower of the water signs, right? The ability to emotionally connect. You have raising winds. It is the magical release. It's the calling in. It is the intention. It is the stronghold. It is you choosing to change the energy around you by decreeing it so. By you releasing from the inside out all the negative energy, let that flow out. And then you breathe in the new energy that you want, and you create what it is you want. You have the Herbal Craft, regeneration. Ooh, plant medicine, caretaking, blooming. You know, when you get to that new moon in your sign that's coming up pretty soon here, a month and a half, that would be a great time. Plan ahead and be thinking about what you want to plant as far as like an herb garden goes, because it's herbal. You could plant it in your kitchen window, right? And but plant your seeds of intention. What is it that you want to create and manifest? So right now, with this regeneration energy, would be part of, do you have pots that you grew stuff in last year that you can empty them out, clean them out, wash them out, and put new soil in and prepare the ground by releasing the old to create space for the new. Now, whether you do this literally or metaphorically does not matter. You should be doing that. But you can do it literally with the intention of you're doing it metaphorically also in a place in your life. So cleaning out the herb garden would be like cleaning out the old energy of maybe an old relationship in order to create space for a new relationship. It feels very community oriented that when you have an herb garden, there's many plants that go into that. So, you know, where in your life are you really ready to let something go in order to create the opportunities for something new? Pause and wait. Listen to your intuition. You'll know when is the right time to move. The wolf is very observant. It waits before it attacks its prey. It doesn't just go running in helter-skelter. You've got the blue herring. The blue herring is in the emotional waters, okay? So in touch with your emotion, but it's a blue herring. It doesn't live. It does not live under the water. It fishes from the water. The abundance comes from the emotions, but it can also take the air and get a higher perspective. So by giving yourself the versatility to be able to stand and be very observant, to observe where the abundance is, where the flow is, where the flow of energy is, to be in touch with your emotions but not drowning in your emotions. That's where you're going to win this, because you're being asked to move in the direction that brings you joy and pleasure. It's a gateway. I'm telling you, this is a gateway. 11:11 a.m. on Saturday when the moon moves into Cancer. Put a notification on your phone and just take a moment to set an intention when that happens. It's a gateway. And to use this Mercury in retrograde energy, They had one message. 2 cards, same message. Grow within your current situation and be devoted and committed. You have the wise one and the sage. Lean into your inner knowing, your intuition. Lean into your experiences. Wisdom comes from experience that you have taken the time to dissect, to understand, to gain the wisdom from. Wisdom is knowledge and experience combined. So you're being asked to combine the knowledge and the experiences you've had to aid your wisdom in developing where you're going next. This Mercury retrograde, it's happening in your 12th house if you're a Pisces rising. That's connection to spirit. It's happening, and then it backs up into the community, and then it comes back forward, right? So it is about how to use your spiritual gifts and guidance and connect to spirit in a way that serves the community, or in a way that creates the community in which you find the joy and the pleasure. There's an opportunity here for you. You know, wolves are great. A great example of this. Wolves are, they're individual. The lone wolf can do on their own. They'll pair up, you know, to procreate. But in the winter, when times are tough, they pack up. So they are versatile in their ability to shift in and out of the size of the group that works for them. So be willing to be a little flexible and change. What have you learned? Where are you growing? Where do you fit in that makes you feel happy? It's about joy and pleasure. Life's supposed to be fun. So be willing to stand still and wait for the information to come to you, but by being really tuned in and using your gift of your intuition. Really powerful coming up here. All right, Pisces. You guys take really good care. If you like the content I put on here, please hit the thumbs up. If you're on an Android phone, you'd have to hit the little down button and then the little drop down button, and then you can see where the thumbs up is. And right there's a join button. So if you'd like to join and be a member of this channel, that'd be amazing. It's a great way to financially support. The thumbs up is free. Subscribing is free. And I truly appreciate that. That really helps me to get the message out to a wider audience. But if you'd like to financially support, that's the membership. And if you go to the second level, that's where all the extra content is. All the extended videos, the channels, the meditation, all that stuff's in there. So I hope you will consider that. You can find me on Facebook. I'm there every day. I use different cards. It has a different vibe to it over there. So come and check that out. And let me see what else. I think that's it. So you guys take really good care of yourselves. Take really good care of yourselves. Be in touch with your emotional energy. But there's a need to observe and to learn to develop your wisdom. Pretty cool. That's how to use this energy. All right, you guys take good care, and I'll talk to you soon.